Hello and welcome to my second user's review of Lekto Wood Fuels products. Today we'll look closely at the Lekto Hardwood Heat Logs, current sale price of $26.95 for 10 logs. We'll investigate their claims. Hardwood heat logs are Lekto's fastest heating, hottest burning wood fuel. Thanks to their high energy density and fast heat output, they can warm up any room in minutes. Made from compressed sawdusts, all logs are the exact same shape, making them easier to use than normal logs. Can be used in any appliance and burn so cleanly that they leave almost no ash behind. We'll verify that after the burn. So here is one of the heat logs. You can see it's got a hole right the way through. It's just like a chimney, helps it all burn. Now let's see how dense it is. I can tell you it weighs a lot. Stop rolling. There we go. So I've got 2,050 grams. Good lord, that's heavy, isn't it? And these are designed to get your stove up to temperature really quick, which is of course good because you get your flue hot and it reduces smoke and all that sort of thing. Tested one of these yesterday and tiny bit of smoke, nothing serious, just white. Not a lot to see, not a lot to smell. But what you're supposed to do is break these up. Let's see how easy that is. And the instructions say you can break them up by hand. Oh, and you can. Thanks to the pressed in grooves, you can break each heat log into plenty of small chunks. We'll be checking that out too. Lekto Hardwood Heat Logs are certified according to the UK Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, or DEFRA, Ready to Burn Wood Fuel Certification Scheme, as with all Lekto main wood fuels. In this case, the heat logs are covered under the Ready to Burn certificate number WS370/00002. This will appear on your screen. This means you can be confident that you are doing all you need to do to comply with regulations, and this is an excellent defence should you ever find yourself under scrutiny. So it's time to try one of the Lekto heat logs. These are designed to bring your stove up to high temperature very quickly, and are keen to do that because it's obviously good for economy and stopping smoke. My wife's here and she is going to break by hand one of these logs. The instructions say you can break them by hand and we need to break them into 3 pieces. But I suspect breaking by hand is going to be quite hard. Do you want to have a try, Cheryl? I'll zoom in so that people can see. That's it, about there, yeah? Can you? No, I think is the answer, isn't it? No. So what we're going to do, if you see that log before you there like that, is use that and give it a sharp tap and see if it will break on that. No, do it again. Oh, there we go. So we need that into another piece now somehow, whichever the biggest one is. There are 20 pieces pressed into these. Right. Another suggestion was to use a chisel and a hammer. Hey, there, look at that. They can't see that, but you, unfortunately, off camera, she managed it. So I put the 3 pieces down. Right. So as number 2, you're going to try it by hand first. Give it a real good. I managed it a couple of times. Oh, look at that! It's Superwoman. But we don't know where the other bit's gone. Hold on. So this is probably an easier way. We've got an old chisel and a hammer. See if you can split them now, Cheryl.
Yeah, most of
Is that going?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do it again just to make sure in the centre of that big bit.
We're doing it in about 3.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do about 3.
So you could probably use an old screwdriver even. There you go, look, straight through. So they are easy to open up.
I would suggest doing that to start with, to be fair.
Yeah, it's easier. So a chisel, hammer, or an old screwdriver and a hammer, or an old screwdriver and a big lump of wood. So we're just getting the fire going, and the heat log should be good because we're having baked potatoes in our little top oven, and so getting up to temperature nice and quick would be handy, because they'll take an hour or two. Hardwood heat logs are some of the most efficient burning logs you can find in the UK, thanks to their ultra low moisture content and clean burn. They produce virtually no smoke and ash when burned. This means less cleaning and fewer visits from the chimney sweep. We'll check out all of these claims now. Okay, the kindling is well alight, as is the hardwood kiln dried birch log at the bottom. So if you'd like to put one in, let's see how we get on. A little bit further away from the glass on the right, I'd say. That'll be alright?
That'll be fine.
Right, now I'll leave the camera going now to see how it gets on. Thank you for your assistance. So at this point, whilst everything's getting going, we've just done a smoke check and there is absolutely nothing coming out of the flue. So that's really good. Because these logs, the heat logs and the fire logs that we'll look at later, are all DEFRA approved for ready to burn, and they've got certificate numbers. Let's talk a little more about Lekto, the company. They're a family run business. They have a commitment to working with trusted forests as part of Lekto's sustainability practices. They make periodic audits and are not afraid to terminate relationships with forests that don't meet their standards. And as we've discussed, their main wood fuels are certificated by DEFRA, meaning we can be assured of the best possible product and performance. That's getting going nicely. I'm going to take my camera now and go and film the flue cam. You can now see that we're really getting a good blaze going now. So we're well on the way to being ready to cook our baked potatoes. So we're just coming in to the red zone, sweet zone, which means we're virtually up to temperature. The spuds are in. The fire is absolutely fearsome now. We're near the centre. I'm going to lock down completely. So it's all vents as closed as they can be on this stove. 1809. Oh, by the way, welcome to Greenwich Mean Time again, the day I'm filming this. So the heat logs have definitely done their job. We're up to temperature. It's now time to try one of the fire logs, which just fits in my stove. I'm going to pop it in now. Now I like to source my own wood and carefully process and store it until it's well under 20% moisture content. However, I can indeed see a place for Lekto products on a yearly basis here at home. I'm already sold on their firelighters. The heat logs do indeed cleanly and speedily bring the stove up to temperature and with the minimum of ash. That's been the heat logs. What do you think? Next time we'll review the Lekto fire logs that claim to burn for up to 3 hours. See you then. Disclaimer: the products in this video were provided by Lekto for review. No additional compensation was given. All opinions expressed are my own based on the test I'll conduct for you. I retain full editorial control over the content of this video series. I'm grateful to Lekto for the opportunity to test and review these products for my YouTube community.